welcome to it, guys. Week 5 Daily Advanced Madden. Is this the biggest meltdown a franchise has ever had on a single day? Let's get to all the crazy highlights, some glitchy route combinations, some big wins, and who's getting a dev this week.
Worst play of all time.
Keys and the Giants up 3, 12 seconds to go. Rams have no timeout. 3rd and 4. How about victory formation? Instead,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Because something like this could go wrong. Yeah. My gosh, they're returning it.
and King X takes it down to the 32-yard line. 4 seconds left. Lines up. Here's his look at it. Can he split the uprights and just absolutely break the hearts of Giants fans everywhere? Indeed he does, and we're off to overtime.
Because the game was over. It was over. The game was over.
All you had to do was kneel. If I knew it, how come they didn't know it?
Take a knee. All you got to do is take a knee, and you win the football game.
Take a knee.
The victory formation is to claim victory, and the Giants were like, nah, we got a better idea.
The worst play in NFL history.
You talk to real Giant fans, and they'll tell you that it was a terrible moment. The offensive coordinator is fired the next day.
To be the most disappointing loss he's ever come up with as a football coach.
In OT, King X21 getting that 50 in the end. 51-48 your final. The Rams will win and move to 3-2 on the season. Off to Cincinnati we go. Andrew and the Bills on absolute fire as of late. And here Josh Allen gonna scout the field. Look over to the corner. Beautiful little touch on that pass. Gets him into the end zone now, up 13-6. Kingdom minded. Still a chance to win this ball game if he can make good on this drive. But it's the Bills defense slamming the door. Hooker getting it done, and Andrew and the Bills gonna move on to victory. Just a phenomenal job in Cincinnati. Make the final 13-6 for Andrew and his Bills. Kids, let me tell you, Madden is an illness, and this game is just, it's sick. It is absolutely sick. Little dump off Connor, and the Ravens get off me, he says. To the end zone he goes. At the time, 27-10. That'd cut it to 27-17 when what does creepy Uncle do? Drives the field, sets up Kene Nwangu. The beautiful little dot back of the end zone. Sweet running back. Sweet, sweet running back he is. Now here, 41-38. Now, Ravens have their timeout, so you got to run some plays. But you don't want to run that one. My goodness, Connor and his Ravens down 3, 30 seconds. Uncle Creepy charging. And it's going to be the Ravens getting into field goal position. You can't make this stuff up, kids. You just can't. Phenomenal ball game in Tennessee. Connor and the Ravens, 44-41. A lot of pressure on the Vikings every week to keep up this prolific passing attack and showing you guys the glitchiest route combos available. Watch this one. Streaks up both sides with a max protect. And I actually tapped the button gently enough to get it over top. And Casino off to the races. That would make it 7-6 Vikings. Fast forward, got annihilated 26-14. X-Trill DNA doing work at home in Pittsburgh. Off to Chicago we go. Get Most and his Bears making an absolute statement. Up 17-6 on Life's Broncos. That's quite the job. And speaking of quite the job, you know things are going well when you don't need to face the ball. Just let it smack you in the back of the head, and into the hands it goes. And into the hands of the awaiting Chicago defender. That's a safety, kids. 29-6 is your final. Get Most doing work at home over the Broncos. Mike Johnson's Jets hosting Leak Out Jay and his Texans. Look at that seam route right up the middle. That's how you destroy a cover 3. Up the seams. Quick hitter. Well done. Up 14-0. And time to play a little bit of defense. Watch Starks get underneath this route. Good job getting up. And hey, that's a little problem that I have all the time. You want to tap that button, kids. I am incapable of it. I know one position. I either press it all the way or not at all. And those who have the fidelity, they rise to the top of the league. 45-14 your final here. Leak Out Jay and the Texans. Watch Zona here. Trevor Lawrence just organizing these dots like a boss. A little roll out to the right and a little tap a triangle. I would have bulleted into those 3 linebackers. Press it too hard, but he's got that fidelity on the sticks. That's why he's deep into the playoffs every year. Speaking of, look at him flatten out square. Instead of a little deeper, flattens him out. Just gets him naked at the back is triangle. Might have to try that on my PA post shot. I like it. Zona, well done. You never let me know about R1 too. Do we get there early or what now? Kyler Murray, fresh off a huge win against the Niners, off to Rondell Moore, and he's off to the races. Now, I want to take a look back to last week. Kyler Murray's fumbled into the end zone. EA hit me back, and they said, might have been because of Bosa stepping out of bounds. Maybe he's ineligible to touch it. Could have been it. But anyway, Zona and the Jags picking up a 51-42 win, 5-0. 5-0. Conference championship rematch, but this time it's not playoffs. This is Andre Irvin's development game. And to maybe one day be like Tyreek. Tyreek, pretty good receiver, gets behind defenses quite frequently. Now here Lamar, probably looking for Andre Irvin. Who else you looking for today? Nobody. Andre Irvin all day, every day. And Callaway, perfect timing user pick by Grand. And I've been there before. You know, Justin Jefferson once had a dev game. I probably threw 5 picks in that direction. But here, hits Irvin in the end zone. And as Starboy would tell you, I got 50'd, but I got my dev. And Starboy doesn't lose very often. 4-1, Chiefs 5-0. But these two franchises, it's like, even when they lose, they win. Another great day for these squads. A little bit more smoke from that AFC West. It's going to be Louisville, Chris and his Raiders. Looking. Getting pumped. It's going to be Chargers, Port City Baller bringing it down to the 1. But will they be able to get in from there? Or is this going to be 4 downs of a great stand and a crazy finish? No. Port City Baller is going to juke back to the inside, get that touchdown, and that's going to seal it. 28-24, big win for Port City Baller and his LA Chargers. Matt Cole and his Atlanta Falcons into Philadelphia to take on Skylar Dice and his Philadelphia Eagles here. Blackburn running the wrong direction, turns around, sauces it. He had to have touched that gently. Like the fidelity on that button, just what, a fraction of an inch in there? And he just, in the basket, over the defenders. Now here, I like that. Motions that over to the other side, and watch how naked this could get. Watch circle, by himself. By himself. It was pretty close to the sideline, but he was by himself, and that was a big touchdown for Skylar Dice, who got 42 points on the day. But leave it to Matt Cole to get 48, and he will move to 4-1. Off to Carolina we go. Huge NFC South matchup. 14 all, and it's going to be Martin under the gun. Well, Justin Fields, but you know who's pushing a button. And Justin just stops in his tracks. Why would you do a big rollout when you just could hit Chase Claypool nice and early? 31-28 here. Up 3 are the Panthers until Scotty Miller getting electric with the moves to the end zone. That's going to seal it in Carolina. The Buccaneers come in and steal the win. Goes 4-1 is Ryan and the Bucs. NFC East action. We're in Washington. It's raining. That doesn't bother Deshaun. Deshaun, no problem. Rolls to his right. Is that Terry? Is that scary Terry? Behind the 3 defenders? You might want to stagger each other. Maybe have one behind the other with depth. Not let him get behind you so easily. Look at here, we got Russell loading it up, looking like Jamarcus Russell. Not a good day here, and Davis changes directions. Big man go cribbit. It looked like there was nothing up the right-hand side, and there wasn't. That's why I went to the left, and he opened everything up and off to the races. That is a big play for Johnny and his Washington football team. 5-0 with a 54-7 drubbing of the Cowboys. Louis Colts into New Orleans to take on Eddie Flo's Saints, and here pointing men out, making room for Jonathan Taylor, and he had some space up that sideline. Nobody gonna catch him. He's into the end zone. That'd make it 7-0. Fast forward, Colts are up double here, 42-21. Behrman's going to look deep down the field. And the big pick is made. He taps the toes. Better than some of my wide receivers. Could I trade for that corner and move him to wide receiver? Louis and the Colts going to 3-2. Killer B and the Patriots looking for some balance in their attack and working on that run game all week. No days off. And here it's going to be the Patriots running back to the outside, and he's going to get it all the way in. Good run blocking. Way to follow those blocks and set them up. And off to the third quarter we go, 24-7, and off to the races one more time just inside the cone. Great day for Killer B and the Patriots. Make the final 44-21. Time now for our MyMadden.com Offensive Player of the Week. Going to be Andre Irvin with 20 catches, 247 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Getting his dev. Now off to the defensive side of the ball is going to be Marshawn Lattimore. 2 interceptions and 6 tackles for Eddie Flo's New Orleans Saints.
For our question of the day, who's taking a knee if you're the Giants with 12 seconds to go, the Rams have no timeouts and it's third down? Or you're running a play? Let us know in the comment section below.
Time now for our daily Advanced Madden highlight of the night. Apologies to the Washington football team. They came close, but taking the cake has to be this Rams interception. Imagine if you had money on the Giants, like big money to win that game. It was over if they wanted it to be.
Well, there you have it, guys. That's our look at Week 5. Thank you so much for tuning in. For everybody at Daily Advanced Madden, I'm KMac33, and I will see you tomorrow with Week 6.